programs that work for underprivileged women and children. She has performed with Sachin for the last 9 years and has been supporting Snehalaya since their very first charity show in the US. So that's Ajita Ji for y'all. Now coming to Sachin. Sachin has been performing in front of big audiences in US as well as in India. He was the earlier pioneers of using the karaoke system. In fact, he actually won an award, and he was the karaoke king. He won that award by EBC Radio in the Tri-State. He is the winner of numerous awards, and that also include national level awards. He has performed on TV. He's recorded many songs for independent films. So what does Sachin do besides sing? Again, do you think he's an IT professional? Yes. I think IT goes by default, right? But he's actually an author of technical books. And he is an educator who has taught over 9,000 students at various levels. He is actually a management consultant, again based in New Jersey. And he supports various charities, and Snehalaya is one of them. Talking about Snehalaya, I'd like to also make a quick announcement. There is a booth outside, and it is by the organization Gift Ganga. They are the online presence for the group of underprivileged artisans, and they are kind of their marketing front, their marketing face. So if you have any questions and if you'd like to support that cause over there, the sales or the proceeds from their portion of it also supports Snehalaya, so it's kind of like a collaboration between them. So please reach out to Manju Joshi and Anita Kirkar, who are sitting outside in the booth. All right, a few housekeeping rules before we begin. So to enjoy this wonderful music, let's please put our cell phones on vibrate. And we all have lives, we will get emergency calls, so if you could please excuse yourself and exit the auditorium when you take the call if you need to, that would be really appreciated. All right, without further ado, let's give a big round of applause for our artists for tonight.
Wonderful to see you guys over here. I was told that people from Richmond are all laid back and they come late. Turns out that that's not the case. Wonderful to see all of you. So many of you have come over here, and we want to make sure that you can get to, at least enjoy the music as much as possible for as long as possible. That's where we wanted to start. So here we are. Question which I was always asked is why inspirations? So inspirations is, of course, the original point of the word inspirations was that Girish Kulkarni, the founder of Snehalaya 30 years ago, is an extremely inspiring personality. He was the one who has done so much for underprivileged kids starting at age 19. And he was a big inspiration to me. And that's why we thought of that word. And then we kind of looked into the music scene and found that in music also there are a lot of inspirations which happen at various levels. So today, we're going to take a look at some of these inspirations and see how various genres of music were inspired have inspired in Hindi music from films, or Hindi music has inspired other genres. So that's what we're going to be seeing. You would think that plagiarism is the same as inspiration. There's a very thin line there. It isn't. It really isn't. And today's aim is to show that there is that difference when you talk about wholesale copying something from somewhere and using a phrase or an idea or a set of notes or some words and then making it into your own. I would argue that most of the people do get some kind of an inspiration from somewhere anyway. It's just that, because if you think about the rags, for example, right? If you have a song which is based on the rag, so there's some bandish somewhere which you basically are picking up from. Or it could be something which you're using, some set of notes. So there's always some kind of inspiration which is going on. But let's just take a look at how this thing plays out. But I just want to make sure that this is not about plagiarism, something which you take a song which is already there in a different country and just bring it down to your own. It's a little different. Let's take a look at R.D. Burman. Let's start from R.D. Burman, right? R.D. Burman, anybody over here likes R.D. Burman? Alright, so, awesome. So, R.D. Burman is, to many of us, a genius because he came out with this new sound of music. And from the 60s when he came on, he was basically somebody who ushered in this new sound, which got us introduced to various sounds like Latin American music or even Lebanese music and so forth. So let me just play a small clip for you. And one more thing. This stage lights and the all lights are there, little on there because I want to see your faces. And this is not a show of me just singing over here, or Ajita singing over here, or us both singing. It's when we all participate together. Okay, and you see what we mean. Hopefully you'll start seeing some of these things which we're going to be doing. Here we go. Let's take, if you can identify this tune.
If it's Tuesday, this must be Belgium. If it's Wednesday, this must be Rome. If it's Thursday, this must be Montreal. I fear I never.
Thank you. Anybody? Chura Lika hai. Wonderful. So if you can see what we're talking about over here, right? So the tune was something which you can kind of see that there's a song coming on over there, and then you kind of say, that sounds like a song that we know. This was R.D. Burman at his classical, right? Where he would take a song from somewhere, take a mukda from somewhere, which is like, and he's done many songs like that, right? And then make it into his own, and it would be a completely different song of it. Now, let's take one, which is even more difficult to pick. And I'm going to challenge you to listen very carefully, because it has got only the first 4 notes that R.D. used. Okay, so watch very carefully for this piece. 4 notes only. All right, this is an audience. Fantastic. Give yourself a big round of applause. Fantastic. Thank you. So, 4 notes. This inspiration is something which was enough for a genius like R.D. to get inspired. And this was somebody I was having an argument with me when, how do you think that these 4 notes would possibly even inspire another song? Because any 4 notes, right? A small story there. I was composing a small jingle for an advertisement. And I was driving to my friend's place where we were going to record this song. And there was a song going on, composed by Salil Chaudhary. Raaton ke sare ghane, so ta. Those notes, somewhere must have stayed in my mind, just those 3-4 notes, right? And then when we ended up composing the song, I was laughing because the song was Kaleje ka tukda, same set of notes, just basically kind. So you can get inspired by just 3 or 4 notes, and then you can basically make something out of that. Alright, so that's going to be the sort of drift of how we're going to be doing the show today. We're going to have some inspiration clips. You're going to see if you guys have anything to say in terms of identification of the songs. And then we're going to start singing. Now, It was alleged that I had a female singer with me, Ajita. But you know how they are, right? They take time. So I don't think she's ready. I'm going to start. So I'll start singing the first one, if that's okay. All right. सांसों में महक रहा रे तेरा गजरा आजा मेरी रातों में महक रहा रे तेरा गजरा ओ आजा मेरी सांसों में महक रहा रे तेरा गजरा ओ आजा मेरी रातों में महक रहा रे तेरा गजरा संभाले हुए जीवन दाल में भटक रहा है तेरा ओ देर से लहरों में कमल संभाले हुए ओ जीवन दाल में भटक रहा है तेरा Thank you. So एक सवाल आपके लिए Who wrote this song? आपको कैसे मालूम? क्या लिखा था क्या? अच्छा, good. So I just want to see there are some interesting stuff which is going on over here. So once you get a chance, do look at some of these things over here. Yes, it was Majrooh Sultanpuri. So, an interesting thing about the Majrooh Sultanpuri Sahib, right? I mean, of course, he was a very accomplished poet, shaयर in his own right? वो शायरी में वगैरह पढ़ा करते थे. But he is the one person who has written for Sehgal all the way through Shah Rukh Khan, 50 years, right? So Majrooh Sultanpuri, completely different institution. And if you see some of the way he's written, he brought this verbal style of speaking. Chhod do aachal zamana kya kahega. All that kind of style of it was brought in by Majrooh Sahib. Anyway, here's another interesting inspiration for R.D. Burman Sahib from this tune, which was, let's see if you can first identify the song. Let me try it. Ring me a bell. क्या बात है यार, एक काम करते हैं इस गाने में आई एम हियरिंग अ फ्यू वंडरफुल वॉइसेस कमिंग ओवर हियर, तो ये मेरे साथ गा लो यार, अच्छी बात है. गुड, एब्सोल्युटली दिस इज कौन से पिक्चर का गाना? अच्छा, पिक्चर नहीं पूछ रहे, किसने लिखा? अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं. No problem. This is from the movie Fir Kab Miloge. This is Biswajit and Mala Sinha. It was sung by Mukesh and Lata Mangeshkar. More about this particular song in a minute. But you know why not? So this particular song which you just heard, the tune which you heard, was actually composed by a guy called Herb Alpert, the original piece that you heard, right? So R.D. Burman was inspired by that. Now the interesting thing is Herb Alpert also he's a trumpeter, he's a great trumpeter. He thought of this music because he was inspired by the bullfight, the music in the bullfights, which comes up. And if you actually cut off the start of this particular song, which had the trumpets actually interplayed in the bullfights. And he actually got inspired by that sound and came up with this album called The Lonely Bull. And that was the tune which you just heard. The thing about The Lonely Bull is, it has got this sound of it as if it's a Mexican-based sound. But The Lonely Bull was played by Herb Alpert, like I said, who was born in California. He's a Jewish guy, originally from Brooklyn, and he was the only guy. He played all the instruments which were there to compose that single. When that song became famous, then he basically, when he was asked to perform this in front of others, he collected a bunch of other people, none of them were Mexicans. So this particular group which was formed over there was something which was made completely of white guys. But the important thing is, they drew their inspiration, Herb Alpert drew their inspiration from another particular genre also. So here we go, here's the song. कहीं करती होगी वो मेरा इंतजार, जिसकी तमन्ना में फिरता हूँ बेकरार. कहीं करती होगी वो मेरा इंतजार, जिसकी तमन्ना में फिरता हूँ बेकरार. करती होगी वो मेरा इंतजार, जिसकी तमन्ना में फिरता हूँ बेकरार। कहीं करती होगी वो मेरा इंतजार, जिसकी तमन्ना में फिरता हूँ बेकरार, फिरता हूँ बेकरार। Thank you. Alright, इसके बाद क्या करें?
सोचना पड़ेगा
Alright, why don't we do one thing?
कुछ इंस्पिरेशन मिलेगा तो maybe we'll sing something.
पहली चीज let me just check with everybody. Sound ठीक लग रहा है आपको? कुछ कम ज़्यादा? Little less? Alright. Okay, चलो ठीक है, let's watch out for that. Okay. Okay, let's try to change that a little. Huh? All right, so we talked about R.D. Burman, 2 songs of R.D. Burman. Let's take another one before that. Another composer. Any Maharashtrians in the audience? All right. You're not a very noisy bunch, so I suppose they're good. Come, Kanna. Come. Thank you. So, yeah, Maharashtra जो तो हमारा भी एकदम पूरा वॉल्यूम एकदम बढ़ गया. So Maharashtra, one of the things which is there is Maharashtrians, have this thing of making famous people familiar. I don't know if you've seen that, right? So like you see Sudhir Phadke, you basically, nobody calls Sudhir Phadke as if he's a big Sudhir Phadke or C. Ramchandra, Anna. Anna sir. Rudinath Mangeshkar, bada sahib. Everybody basically thinks that they're related first level with all these famous Maharashtrian. So this is one of those famous Maharashtrian composers, Anna, who is C. Ramchandra. C. Ramchandra basically had a number of, again, before R.D. Burman, he was the real groundbreaking kind of composer, right? Because he got a lot of these sounds. And again, how did he get a lot of these sounds? So Ramchandra Narhar Chitradkar from near Nagpur. But how did he get so much of variety of songs? Well, a number of the artists that were playing with him, the musicians who played with him, the violinists, the trumpeters and stuff, they were all, they used to play in different locations like nightclubs and stuff, and they were actually accomplished jazz players themselves. So many of these kind of things C. Ramchandra would get from his artists, not the tune themselves, but the style of composing that particular thing. So let me give you an inspiration piece and tell me if it should be easy to recognize this particular song. Here we go. क्या बात है, कौन सा? इतना गाना मालूम है तो ये गाना लेते नहीं हम लोग. But we'll take another song of C. Ramchandra, okay? So C. Ramchandra जी का ये जो style, this was a composer called Chico Chick or Chick Chico in some cases. who basically composed this original song. This is what you just heard, and from which we had Gore Gore Baake Chhode. So anyway, let's take a song from the movie Albela. Now this song is not, to the best of my knowledge, inspired by any other song, but the style is an inspiration in itself. So here we go. You can see the visual inspired by the Hawaiian dancing. Here we go.
शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के
शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के
महके हवाएं महके कदम मेरे ऐसे में थाम लो आके बदम मेरे महके हवाएं महके कदम मेरे ऐसे में थाम लो आके बदम मेरे पत्ता भी भड़के तो बिजली सी कड़के पत्ता भी भड़के तो बिजली सी कड़के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के शोला जो भड़के
All right, everybody.
मेरा धड़के
शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के प्यार को मेरे किसने पुकारा दिल में उतर गया किसका इशारा प्यार को मेरे किसने पुकारा दिल में उतर गया किसका इशारा याद ये किसकी लाई पकड़ के याद ये किसकी लाई पकड़ के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के
शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के
जोर से
शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के
दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के
देखा जो तुमको दर्द गया था
अब हम होंगे तुमसे जुदा हम
देखा जो तुमको दर्द गया था
अब हम होंगे तुमसे जुदा हम जी न सकेंगे तुमसे बिछड़ के जी न सकेंगे तुमसे बिछड़ के
दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के शोला जो भड़के दिल मेरा धड़के दर्द जवानी का सताए बढ़ बढ़ के
All right. So here's the thing. If I can request Ravi, if you can just increase the house lights just a little bit, if you can. That'd be awesome. Anyway, so this particular song was written by Rajendra Kishan. One interesting thing about Rajendra Kishan, he was the richest lyricist from the film industry. And you know why? That's good, thank you. Because in 1969, I believe, he won the lottery. No, he didn't. Actually, he won on the horses. He won a jackpot of 49 lakhs at that time in 1969. And a jackpot in the races. That's why he was known as the richest lyricist in the film industry. Okay. So this was C. Ramchandra. Let's move on to another composer. Again, known for a few different things. Known for the fact that he never used Lata Mangeshkar. क्या बात है, वो भी नहीं है, बहुत बढ़िया. He also did a lot of Punjabi-based music, lot of Ghodagati wala music. But yes, exactly. So lots of music of that kind. But this particular song, which we're going to play, is an inspiration. It's one of the songs which has been inspired. So let me just play the clip for you, and then we take it from there.
Admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You always tell me, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps.
All right, everybody. बाबूजी दा धीरे चलो. नहीं, वो दूसरा गाना. बाबूजी. That could have been another song, but it's not. This is the closer one is Babaji Dheere Chalna. If you listen carefully, this song in itself this was Doris Day, by the way, if anybody follows any. So this was Doris Day. But this also was a song which was inspired by another Mexican song. So there's a Spanish song which was the origin of this song. This song was not an original. Doris Day actually sang it, the English part of it, but it was originally a Mexican song. Let's just play that one.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuando caigo, tú siempre me respondes.
Yo siempre son los días y yo desesperando.
Alright, so just anyone wants to take a guess at who these voices were by any chance? Okay, one of them was second one, every guy, hot-blooded male should know, that was Jennifer Lopez. So that female voice over there was Jennifer Lopez. So, but that was not the original song. She was just singing a song which was a cover of it. But it happened to be J-Lo. So, and the main voice is Andrea Bocelli, by the way. Anyway, so here we go. The inspired song now. Here we go. All right. Check. Check. All right. Thank you. वो दमबरादम का start जो था ना अभी try किया. So anyway, so let's go on to another song. This is again Obin Iyer sahab. Why this song was interesting? Why I wanted you to take this particular song? काफी गाने ऐसे हैं जो they've been picturized on comedians, but if you see some of the words, there's some pretty powerful words with it. So this particular song was written by Sahil Ludhianvi. And Sahil Ludhianvi being this great, revolutionary poet, had actually got some pretty hard-hitting lyrics. But this was sung in a lighter way and picturized on Johnny Walker. And you can tell me who the female actress was later. But anyway, this particular song was also inspired by an extremely famous song. And you might know the original song, or you might know the Marathi song which it inspired. Here we go.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling, turn in time. You are lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorrow, blame time.
All right. बहुत बढ़िया. अच्छा किसी को मराठी गाने मालूम है? माझी लाडली सुशीला. Okay, here we go. So that's right. So this is basically Aditya Mushkil. If you think of the lyrics, it sounds like a fun song, but if you look at the lyrics, they're pretty powerful stuff. Okay. And again, this is Sahil Ludhianvi's lyrics, made in a lighter, funnier, fun mode. But here we go.